Here's the stone tablet.
Good, very good. Raven will be pleased with you.
What about the camp now? Can I finally go in?
No, I already sent Logan in. He was ahead of you in the list. And at the moment, there's no need for another man in the camp. Besides, I can really use you here. Now that Logan isn't here anymore.
That will never change.
You swine. I'll get you.
You miserable little wretch. You want to mess with me? Just you wait. Show him who's boss.
They all ran like rabbits.
Hey, what happened down there?
I flattened Franco.
So? Then now it's your job to make sure the lazy dogs do their work every day.
Hey, I'm not here to be bothered with the hunters. I want to enter the camp.
Forget it. You did in Franco. Now you're the leader, so do your job.
If I'm the leader, then I decide who goes in next. And I decided that I'm next.
It isn't that easy. We haven't asked for anyone, so no one gets in.
Thoris can send a new leader for the hunters. Then there will be a vacancy inside for me.
You don't give up, do you? Okay. Then move your butt inside. Thoris will make sure that the hunters won't have to live without a leader. What are you waiting for? And get yourself a pickaxe.
Ah, who have we here then? Looky, looky. There you are. I've got good news and bad news for you.
First, tell me the bad news.
Raven is looking for you. So are his guards. Actually, all the bandits are looking for you. And if they find you, they'll kill you.
A lot of people have already tried that.
Then your combat skills are as good as your craftiness. Coming into the camp with some of our armor is like the sheep coming to the wolves. Your life is hanging by a thin thread, son of danger.
And what's the good news?
Well, I don't really know why, but you've made yourself a couple of powerful enemies. You can count yourself lucky that I recognized you and no one else. Because I am understanding and sociable.
How much do you want?
Oh, no, please. I don't want to extort gold from you. I wouldn't dream of it.
Then what do you want?
Recently, somebody tried to get Esteban out of the way, but he ran into the bodyguards. Go to Esteban and talk to him. Afterwards, we'll talk again.
You look like a digger.
I am a digger. The last time I was in the mine, I worked my ass off.
What happens to the gold from the mine?
Thoris collects it and then distributes it. No one is allowed to keep what he mines. Everybody gets only a part of the gold. That way even the hunters and guards get their share. I think that's okay. Since we've had that rule, there have been fewer deaths and the miners still get more than the guys who hang around outside.
Why aren't you in the mine now?
I was in the mine long enough and slaved away until I was about to fall over. Now I need a few days rest. Before I get my next red stone.
What's the deal with these red stones?
That's something Thoris and Esteban thought up. Thoris takes care of the gold distribution, and Esteban organizes the workers for the mine. Of course, he doesn't want to run to Thoris every time he sends someone to the mine. That's why he gives us one of those red stone tablets, and Thoris lets us in then. It's like a pass.
How's it going with you?
Well, at least I'm in now. Lucia brews some wicked liquor, but Esteban won't let me into the mine. At any rate, not yet. He's giving me another job.
And? What does he want from you?
There was an attempt on Esteban's life. He wants to know who's behind it. Esteban thinks that Snaf is involved. I'm supposed to keep an eye on him.
I'll come back later.
Do you want to eat or chatter? What'll it be?
What's on the menu?
I want to try out a new dish. Fire strips and hammer sauce.
Hammer sauce?
A sauce made from hammer-hard booze. I have a recipe from a guy called Lou. You get the ingredients and distill the booze up on the alchemist's bench. Then I'll make a sauce out of it. What do you think?
Fire strips?
Crisp, delicately roasted meat mixed with pickled fireweed. But don't worry, I already have the ingredients for that.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, here's the recipe.
I'll never get this open without the right key. Hey! And? How's it going?
Listen, if you want something to eat, go to Snaf. If you want something to drink, you're in the right place.
What do you drink here, then?
We only have a little beer. The only beer on the island was brought by the Paladins. Just about the only good thing those fellas brought with them. Otherwise, we drink booze. I got moonshine, grog, and white rum. You should try that. I got the recipe from Samuel. The old boy really knows his trade.
Aren't you from Khorinis?
Don't remind me. My life in that city was horrible. While the ships with the new convicts kept coming in, there was still life in the town. But all those other guys? No thanks. Maybe it's because we're on an island. Well, those days are over. I'm finished with Eldritch.
Why?
He's a wimp. When the bandits dragged me off, he didn't lift a finger to help me.
What are you planning to do?
We'll see. For now, I'll stay here with Snaf, Fisk, and the others. Have you already talked to Thoris? Oh, Enos, is that a hunk of a man? Excuse me. Let's get back to your question. I haven't set a goal. I'm only drifting.
You're not very fond of the Paladins, are you?
Those fanatical murderers in the pay of the fire magicians? No. But Lord Hagen occupies the city with his thugs, and everybody bows down to him. And I didn't want to do that. I wasn't going to wait until they closed down the Red Lantern and locked me up.
Can you teach me something?
Only too gladly. You can train your dexterity with me.
A dark cloud over the house. The one approaches with blood. Needed to call him. He who sees me. He sees me. Oh no. Go away. Be gone.
Are you all right?
Green novice. I cannot find it.
How can I help you?
The green novice will help the novice.
Here, take this swamp weed.
Not green, not strong. Not green, not strong.
Hi.
What you want?
Where do I get a pickaxe?
Go to Huno the Smith. But even if you have a pick, that don't mean that you can get into the mine. If you want to get in, you have to talk to Esteban. Don't even bother going to Thoris. He'll only let you in if you have a red stone.
Tell me, what do you think of Esteban?
Hey, he's the boss here. He's all right, I think. He always lets the good boys into the mine, the ones who know something about mining, I mean.
And you know something about mining?
I'm the best.
What do I have to know about mining gold?
Well, there's something you should know. Gold isn't ore. There's one damn important difference. I mean, what woman would hang a chain of ore around her neck? When picking, work from top to bottom. You can work the nuggets loose best that way. There are also diggers who do it the other way around, but it's far more difficult.
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
Sure. I've been at this for over 35 years. There's nothing I can't assess. For you, I'd say you're a quite passable scraper.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lenore. Welcome to the Diggers Camp.
Diggers? I thought this was the bandits' camp.
Right, but the bandits are only here today. So,
Can you teach me anything about gold mining?
certainly. But if I teach you something, you'll be able to mine more gold.
That's why I'm asking.
Sure. But if you can mine more, it's only fair I get a share of it.
Well,
You might as well give him a share in advance. Well, let's say 50 gold pieces.
teach me something about gold mining.
Good. Regular swings will take you forward. Don't overdo it, but also don't fall asleep swinging. And don't always strike at the same spot. Try to work around a good sized nugget. Do that, you're on the way to becoming a master digger.
Green novice. I cannot find it.
Here, take this green novice.
Ah. Oh, my head. Oh, I am Fortuno. What is wrong?
So tell me what is wrong with you.
Once, I belonged to the Brotherhood of the Sleeper. Everything was all right back then. Fine. We were all condemned criminals. But for us novices, life was free from care.
Hey, I was a prisoner in the Valley of Mines myself. Tell me something new.
I don't remember anything. Darkness lies across my mind.
Come on, concentrate. What happened? When did you come back to your senses?
Raven. I only remember Raven and dark rooms.
What about Raven? What did he do to you?
I'm sorry. It's as though my mind were held prisoner. I don't understand it myself.
There must be a way to refresh your memory.
Yes, maybe there is a way. The gurus knew of various forms of altering the spirit and the will.
Do you remember anything about that?
No, I'm afraid this knowledge vanished with the gurus.
Damn. Well, if there is a way to free your spirit, I'll find it. Do you need more swamp weed?
Yes, definitely. I will buy all the swamp weed you can get your hands on. I'll even pay you more for it than Fisk.
Hey, if you're looking for a decent trader here in the camp, then you just found him. My hut is right behind Esteban, so if you need anything, come on by.
I've got no time for things like that.
Anything's possible.
I couldn't get away.
Do you deal in smithy equipment?
Huno has steel. I only have a few lumps of ore, but I won't give that up. It's the only thing I have of value.
Do you work for Huno?
I wanted to make up a bit of gold and took up with Huno. But since then, Esteban hasn't given me anything at all. He said he can't use me anymore. What else can I do but continue to slave away for Huno?
Everything else all right with you?
I just want to do my job, man.
Same old thing all over again.
It looks like you're a master of your craft.
I've heard that before. Did you bring the steel?
Steel? No, I think you're confusing me with...
Somehow you seem familiar. Do we know each other from somewhere?
Sure, from the old camp.
The old camp, right. You're that curious guy. I thought you was dead.
Yes, everybody thinks that. Who else survived?
A few. Some fled with Raven like I did. For a lot of others, the old camp became a grave.
Tell me about your escape.
Chaos broke out the day the barrier fell. Some hid, others fled, and there was a plundering everywhere.
What did you do?
I was about to leave the camp when it turned bright, very suddenly, and a scorching pain ate through my skin. I'd been struck by damn lightning. Feels like I can still hear it. Later, someone told me that Thoris found me and took me with him.
I need better armor.
So, you can have this. It's Esteban's fault. It's so expensive. That damn dog pockets a share of every piece of armor I sell.
Okay, I'll take the armor.
Sure thing.
That's totally obvious. You know the rule. No one goes into the mine without a redstone tablet.
Forget the mine. I have to see Raven.
Even then, we have rules here, and they apply to everyone, even to you. Go back. If you try to enter the upper square without permission, the other guards will kill you. Those are the rules. If you have a problem with that, go talk to Esteban. He's responsible for the camp.
It had to happen sooner or later. I wouldn't have done that.
Hey, you! It's important that I get to Raven.
Oh, yeah? Do you really think you can make it through to him? His guards have orders not to let anyone in. You'd be dead before you even saw him. So knock that idea out of your head.
Don't you remember me from the old camp?
You were one of the prisoners. Maybe you were one of my guards. And? Does that make us allies now? No, it doesn't. Maybe you're the guy who brought down the barrier. Maybe you also killed my pals. So what? Those times are over. You want in? Then get yourself a red stone and don't waste my time.
Come on, let me in. For old time's sake.
Let me explain something to you. Do you know why I'm still alive? Because I've always been loyal to my people. I don't have to agree with everything Raven does, but I'll stick to the rules. And so will you.
Hey, what's with your armor? Where can I get armor like that?
You can't. This armor is reserved for Raven's Guard. I hardly think there's an entrance exam for new candidates. But the ultimate decision isn't mine, it's Raven's.
That was no big deal. That's totally obvious.
So you're the fellow who fought his way into camp, huh?
That got around fast.
Franco was a tough nut. No one messed with him. No one.
Couldn't get away with that.
Except you. Just to make it clear, if you try the same shit with me, I'll kill you.
Never change.
I want to get into the mine.
Of course you do. Then you're in the right place with me. Because everyone who digs in the mine gets to keep a hefty share of the gold. And I hand out the red stones you need so that Thoris will let you in.
Tell me.
Give me one of those red stones.
Okay, but they aren't free. Normally, I demand a share of the gold the boys get for digging. How much do you know about mining gold, huh? You probably learned a few tricks, right? If I give you a redstone, it won't be because you're such a great digger. No. I have another job for you.
That was no big deal.
What sort of job?
One of the bandits planned to kill me. But instead, my guards
No secret.
killed him.
He was hot for your job, huh?
He was an idiot. A thug without a brain. He never would have got the idea to attack me on his own. Nah. He was only fulfilling a contract. Someone else sent him.
So, I'm supposed to find out who was behind it.
Whoever sent me this assassin will pay for it. Find him, and I'll let you into the mine.
Senyan sent me to you about this business.
Senyan? He also works for me. I told him he should keep his eyes open.
How should I go about it?
Everyone here in the camp knows about it. So you're playing with all your cards on the table, huh? Try to find out who's on my side and who isn't. And don't let the boys make a fool of you. Talk to Snaff. That fat cook picks up a lot.
I need better armor.
Why? You already have some. That's good enough for you now. If you complete your assignment, we'll talk about it again.
You have to feel sorry.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Listen, I don't want anything to do with that business, got it? I have my own worries. I'm a victim myself.
In what way?
I paid a lot of gold for my last delivery, but it never came. Some swine made off with it. I've been robbed, probably by some of our own people.
What sort of delivery?
A packet of lockpicks. Someone was supposed to get them from the pirates for me, but a guy named Juan snatched it away from me, including the gold that I paid for it. That bastard is hiding somewhere in the swamp.
Juan worked for Esteban.
What?
Don't play games with me. You knew about it.
Fine, you're right. But I hope you also realize why I didn't tell you about it. Everyone in the camp knows you work for Esteban. I don't have any desire to get dragged into this business just because you're hot for a red stone.
I'm not really working for Esteban.
So? You want to pull the wool over the old swine's eyes? Then I'll give you some good advice. Keep it to yourself. When it comes to Esteban, trust no one. Not even me. Got it? Now enough about that. We don't want to be overheard.
Show me your wares. I know nothing about picking locks.
There's more, believe me.
I wouldn't have done that.
He really should have known better.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing, man. I didn't have anything to do with it. What do you want from me?
I won't be treated like that.
About the attack on Esteban.
What do you want from me?
I'm looking for the person behind the attack.
And why are you coming to me about that?
I thought you might know something about that business.
I don't know anything.
He simply needs to practice more.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
Don't wake him.
What?
If you want to do yourself a favor, then stay away from Skinner. The fellow is unpredictable. He killed the last guy who woke him up. Let him sleep, for everybody's sake.
Are you a digger?
Because of the pants? Nah, I just wear them because they're comfortable. All I do here is cook meat stew. Here, you can try some. It'll make you strong. It's always important to train your strength. There are many dangers lurking out there. If you want, I can help you to get stronger.
I want to be stronger.
What does he know about duty?
Those are all just rumors.
Things I could tell you.
That only cause more trouble.
You don't have to tell me that.
Why did you wake me, eh? I bet you don't even know. No, don't say anything. It's too late for excuses. Now you have two choices. You can fight me in my Betty, or you can try to run away. In your place,
Just stay
I'd
away from
run.
me with that magic of yours.
Ah, a fight.
And now for some...
Hey, you! About the attack on Esteban.
Yeah?
Do you have any idea who's behind this?
Why do you want to know?
Esteban wants to see him dead.
Oh, you work for the boss. Then I'll tell you what I know. When the attack took place, I was trying to get my pickaxe from Huna the smith, but he wasn't there.
And?
Usually he's always there. Very suspicious if you ask me.
About the attack on Esteban.
Yeah,
Do you have any idea who was behind it?
sure. Let me tell you. I bet that Emilio is behind this. He always ran to the mine like a crazy man. He dug as much as he could. But since the attack, he's been sitting on his bench, not budging an inch. It's obvious. To get to the mine, he has to have a red stone from Esteban. I bet he doesn't dare look him in the eye.
What would Emilio get out of Esteban's death?
What do I know? Maybe he has a pal in the mine who would take over Esteban's place then. Yeah, that would make sense.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I've talked to Esteban.
And did he tell you about the attack?
He ordered me to find out who sent the assassin. Do you know anything about that?
No more than you do. I'm also on the hunt for the guy behind it. And now we come to the interesting part.
Let's hear it.
I want you to do your job well. I want you to find the traitor, and when you have found him, I want you to kill him for me. Then I will pocket the reward. I have your wanted poster. Don't forget that. Do your job and do it well. You can figure out what will happen otherwise.
I don't really have a choice.
I knew we would come to an agreement. When you find out who the guy is, we'll kill the tick together. And now beat it. You know what you have to do.
Are you the new guy who knocked down Franco?
Yes, why?
Because now I have to take over his job. You did a great job. Thanks a lot.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
After the attacker was dead, Torres assigned me to get a new man for the camp, and Franco sent Logan. Hey, I just do what Torres tells me. I don't know anything about the attack itself.
And what's it like leading the hunters?
Leave me alone.
Who said that? No idea.
Fortuno is pretty confused and could use a potion to restore his memory.
Fortuno. That's Raven's servant, no?
He was. Now he's just a wreck, and it's Raven's fault.
Raven? Until now, I thought a lot of him. All right. But here in the swamp, I can't brew any potions.
I could brew the potion. There's an alchemist's bench in the camp. I just need the recipe.
Be careful with this recipe. Brewing this potion is dangerous. If something goes wrong in the brewing, or one of the ingredients isn't right, the potion will be deadly.
I'll be careful.
Hey.
What's new?
I heard you killed Franco. Nice work. But now we got that Carlos on our backs. He doesn't take any nonsense.
What do you know about the attack?
Hey man, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Leonard told me a bit about you.
Leonard? That guy's an idiot. You must have noticed.
He said you haven't been in the mine since the attack happened.
I don't know anything. You are working together with that Senyan. You're in cahoots with Esteban. I heard exactly what you were blabbing about. Up to now, Esteban hasn't given a damn about us. Why should I trust his people? Leave me alone.
Hey! What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
You're looking for the guy who's behind it, huh? But I don't know anything about it. How could I? I was still in the swamp then.
I'll come back later. What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing at all.
Hey, you! What do you know about the attack?
The thing with Esteban? You know how it is. The barkeeper hears everything, but never takes sides.
So do you know something?
I didn't say that.
If you were in my place, what would you do?
I would think about what I know about the guy behind it. First, it was probably one of the bandits. That means he's here in the camp. Second, that he's here in the camp means that he is watching you. Third, as long as he thinks that you're on Esteban's side, he'll never reveal himself to you. So, the interesting question is, what are your chances of finding your man?
What are my chances of finding my man?
They're pretty dim. Some people have noticed that you're involved with Senyan. You'll have to break off your connection with him. Otherwise, you'll never have a chance of finding the one responsible for the attack.
Thanks.
Hey, I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. Got it?
What do people here think of Esteban?
You'll have to be a bit more precise. Each piece of information will cost you...
How much?
10 gold pieces.
What about Finn?
A good digger. He has a nose for gold. Esteban favors him because of it. I think he's in pretty good standing with him.
What does Lenar think about Esteban?
As far as I can tell, Lenar doesn't think at all.
What about Senyan?
Senyan is one of Esteban's boys. He's been working for him for quite a while.
Emilio, what does he think about Esteban?
I don't think he'll bring any flowers to Esteban's grave, if you know what I mean.
What about Fisk?
Fisk is Fisk. He pays his share to Esteban and distributes the goods he mostly gets from the pirates. I don't think he really cares about Esteban.
What does Huno think of Esteban?
Ah, Huno. I know almost nothing about him. That information is, of course, free.
What about Paul?
I don't think he particularly likes Esteban. Since he's been working for Huno, he'll never get into the mine.
What do you think of Esteban?
Whoever talks about him is soon dead.
Huno is suspected of having something to do with the attack.
I don't know anything about it.
That's exactly what I said.
But you work for Huno, so you do know something.
I know nothing. Honest, I have to go now.
Wait a minute.
That's no secret.
Do you know what Esteban will do to you when he finds out you're covering for Huno?
Man, leave me alone. I don't have anything to do with that business.
Tell me what you know now, or I'll slam you into the wall, Paul.
You can't rough me up just because you work for the boss.
I can.
Cut the crap.
Paul.
All I know is that Huno has a bone to pick with Esteban. He's constantly going on at me about that Esteban, that he screwed up business for him and so on. I only listened and never said anything.
Exactly. You see, that wasn't so bad.
No big deal. That will never change.
I've changed my mind. We aren't working together anymore.
Then what do I still need you for, you bum?
Hey, people! Look who we have here!
Whoa, a fight! Yeah! Let him have it!
Hey, you!
Tell me, why did Senyan yell, "Look who we have here"?
Unpaid debts. Do you have a problem with that?
No, man, I don't have a problem with it. Quite the opposite. The bastard worked for Esteban.
Help me find out who was behind the attack.
No, I don't want anything to do with it.
If an idiot like Lenar notices that you're behaving oddly, it won't take long before Esteban finds out too.
Shit. I'll tell you one name, nothing more.
I'm listening.
Huno. Go to Huno. He must know something about this business.
What do you have against Esteban?
All that swine thinks about is money. Every few days, one of us gets eaten by a crawler. But Esteban just won't send any fighters into the mine. And why? Those guys belong to Raven's bodyguards, and Esteban is scared shitless to tell them. He'd rather let us get killed.
I've heard a few things about you.
So?
I heard that you weren't in your place when the attack occurred.
What else?
Paul said you hate Esteban.
So, did he? What else?
Emilio spat out your name. You definitely know something about the attack.
You've been having a chat with old Emilio, eh?
And he isn't the only one who suspects you.
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
I want to join forces with the assassin.
Against Esteban, really? Then prove it. I've been waiting for too long for a delivery of steel from the pirates. I suspect that Esteban captured it in order to sell it to me later at a higher price. Of course, he won't do that himself. A couple of bandits in the swamp are on his payroll.
How do you know that?
Drunken bandits talk too much.
Does this talkative bandit have a name?
His name is none of your business, but the guy you're looking for is called Juan. Anyway, I haven't seen him in the camp for a long time. You'll have to look for him in the swamp.
First, tell me who is behind the attack.
No, I don't trust you.
Look, the next conversation I have is either going to be with the person behind the attack or with Esteban. Who I talk to is your choice.
All right. I'll get you together with a perpetrator. But it happens the way I say. Got it? Go to the bar and talk to the barkeeper. You'll learn everything else from him.
That's exactly what I said.
Hey, you! Huno sent me.
Looks like you found your man. Go on up to the next floor. Someone's waiting for you.
So you were behind the attack.
Yes, Esteban is in the way of my business. He won't let any of the bandits who work for me into the mine. He's making sure that everyone works for him, and only for him. That way, he can pocket a percentage of every deal and control the whole camp.
I could sell you to Esteban.
And then? What do you think will happen then? Do you think he'll give you what you want? Forget it! I have a better plan.
Do you want to take his place?
No, I'm a traitor. I just want to go about my business in peace.
What are you planning?
We'll get Esteban out of the way. That means you will kill him and take his place.
As long as his bodyguards are with him, I don't have a chance.
Then we'll have to get them to leave by telling the truth.
What truth?
You have done your job. You know that I was behind the attack. Tell Esteban, and he'll send his boys to kill me. I'll expect them here. When they're gone, you can deal with the bastard, and I'll take care of the guards.
Been there, done that.
They all ran like rabbits. I was completely alone.
About the assignment.
Listen, I have other things I have to take care of.
I thought you might be interested in knowing who was behind the attack.
Who is it? Tell me his name so my guards can wring his neck.
The traitor Fisk is behind it. At the moment, he's sitting in the bar unsuspecting and drinking.
Ha! Well done, kid. My guards will take care of him. You heard him, boys. Go get Fisk.
That will never change.
And what happens next?
What happens next? I'll tell you what happens. Fisk will die a painful death, and everyone in the camp will find out about it. That'll be a warning to all of them.
Do I get a redstone now?
Yeah, you did your job well. Someone like you has no business in the mine. I can use you much better out here. You'll stay in the camp and continue working for me.
Are you trying to play me for a fool? There was never a question of me working for you.
It isn't everyone who gets an offer like this, but if you don't want it, You're free to leave the camp.
How about if you keep your word and give me a red stone?
Hey, one more word. My guards will have to hurt you too.
What guards?
What? Oh, I see. You're trying to pull a fast one. Just you wait.
He wants to know.
Now for some...
Anything's possible. You don't have to tell me that. Do you really think? I have to feel sorry.
Hey! Esteban is finished.
I've waited for this for a long time. I think you've got things to do now, and I need to go back to my business. So, if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us. He was falling drunk. Been there, done that. The things I could tell you.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Hey! I have a red stone tablet here.
Okay. You killed Esteban, so you will do his job now. They have a few problems with mine crawlers in the mine. 3 diggers have bought it already. It's your job to provide replacements.
And when can I finally get into the damned mine?
Do your job. Afterwards, you can do what you want.
Things I could tell you.
Who said that?
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Better to watch out.
You're needed in the mine.
You really do have a red stone for me. Excellent. Now I'll work that damn rock to crumbs. I already know exactly where I'll go. One more thing. If you go mining, watch out that you don't strike too hard. Otherwise, your pickaxe will get wedged in the gold.
You're needed in the mine.
Sure thing, boss. You want to see the best in the mine? Then I'll get back to it. Oh, something else. I'll let you in on a digger's secret. Now and then it's a good idea to give it a really good whack. If you've hacked a couple of times and nothing has come out, then drag the point of the pick sideways across the rock. With a little luck, you'll get several chunks at once that way.
You're needed in the mine.
So now you're the boss here. Okay, then I'll get going.
That's exactly what I said.
And there's more, believe me.
Hey, you! I sent out 3 guys.
All right. Then as far as I'm concerned, you can go in.
Halt.
Get out of my way, guard.
All right, you can pass.
So, on your way to the mine?
Actually, I want to see Raven.
Hey, try to enter the temple and you're as dead as the prisoners here. Move your ass over into the mine instead.
Why? Are they dead?
They worked themselves to pieces.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Hey, slow down. You aren't getting in there, so beat it.
Get out of my way. I have to see Raven.
No one enters these quarters. Direct orders from Raven himself.
It is damned important that I get to him.
No, it isn't. Only Bloodwind has permission to stay in there.
Bloodwind? Isn't he supposed to be dead?
He's stronger than ever before. And if he finds out that someone is causing trouble out here, he'll make mincemeat out of you.
I'll give you 1,000 gold pieces if you let me in.
You're wasting your time, bum.
Bloodwind is in there? Then get him out.
Huh, do you seriously believe I'd do that? Maybe you're an important man in the camp now, but your power ends right here. Got it? So go to the mine and dig for gold or do something else, but don't stand in the way here.
We'll talk again.
You already know what I'll tell you then.
I've activated another one of the teleporter stones.
You have done really well. I can only congratulate you on your work. They're all working again now. An impressive sight, don't you think? Here are a few gold coins.
About Raven. I was in the bandit camp to the east. Raven is their leader. But in order to get to Raven, I have to get some of the bandits out of the way first.
Fine. Then good luck. But do not forget that it must happen quickly. Raven must not reach his goal under any circumstances.
About the relics. What about this?
That looks good. Where'd you find that?
The bandits use these stone tablets as a sort of currency.
The tablets bear the sign of Korhodran, a great warrior. He is the commander whose son Rodimus caused the downfall of the entire city. I'll bet the bandits don't even know what it is they are trading there. Here is some gold as a reward. Now we have collected all the relics we need. You have done us a great service. I thank you. This will bring us a crucial step forward in our studies. May Adanos protect you.